Good morning and welcome to today's edition of our program at TVC Breakfast. As I said earlier, today is the best day of the week. My name is Etoma Edu.
All right, good morning. Thank God it's Friday and a happy new month. Thank you for joining us once again. I am Veronica.
Good morning, Nigeria. I'm Olamide Ojakunle, and I'm so pleased that you're choosing to spend your morning here with us on the TVC Breakfast Show. You're very welcome.
Happy New Month, Nigeria. Good morning, welcome. This is TVC Breakfast, and my name is Nelson Eta. Happy New Month, everyone.
Happy New Month. And happy Friday.
Oh, yeah. It's good to be here today.
Absolutely.
I feel
August the 1st.
Oh, my. I feel quite excited.
It's running.
August is loaded with birthdays for me. You know, I have like 4 people that will be celebrated, very close people.
No wonder you didn't want to remember.
And team, on my way here, I got about 20 Happy New Months.
You alone?
You alone. Happy New Month. You know what it means.
Oh, really?
but Veronica, talking about being excited, you said you have a party today, and you're inviting us to come for it. I can't wait for it.
I never invited
I
you.
can't trust you with certain information. You have to bring it on the air.
I like party.
It's Friday, it's the weekend already, of course. Parties here and there, but as per inviting you, I don't know yet. We'll talk about it later on. Later. Calm down. Let's look at what we have for our people today. And like we have rightly pointed out to you, we'll be speaking on a number of issues, talking about the extension of the customs CG, and then we'll look at stories that are on the front pages of the papers as well as stories that are trending now. But let's begin with the story where Justice Anna Ajayi of the State High Court, Kwara, has sentenced Abdulrahman Bellow to death by hanging for the murder of Hafsoh, a final year student of the State College of Education in Ilorin. 4 other co-accused were discharged and acquitted. Ibrahim Alege reports.
There was a large turnout at the Kwara State High Court in Ilorin as residents of the community gathered to witness a judgment in a case that has deeply unsettled the state capital. Abdulrahman Bellow was arrested and charged alongside 4 others for criminal conspiracy and culpable homicide after body parts of Hafsoh was discovered in his residence. During the trial, he claimed that Hafsoh, a final year student of the Kwara State College of Education Ilorin, was his girlfriend and that she died during sexual intercourse. But after a careful review of evidence, Justice Hannah Ajayi found him guilty of culpable homicide and sentenced him to death by hanging. She described Abdulrahman's actions, including preserving the victim's body parts and blood, as cruel and a clear indication of premeditated murder, likely for ritual purposes.
Was found guilty of possession of woman parts, which attract 10 years and 6 months for with option of fine of 100,000 naira. The culpable homicide, he was there. I was sentenced and found guilty of that one, dead by hanging. That is the pronouncement of the court today.
As no piece of evidence was adduced before the court to establish the commission of the offense of rape, it wasn't in any evidence that he forcefully had the carnal knowledge of the deceased, and he was discharged of that.
The judgment brought relief to the family of the late Hafsoh and members of the Ilorin community as the courtroom erupted in applause and emotion.
We have been here several times for the sitting. We thank Almighty Allah for giving us a victory, justice, as we are expecting it to be done.
The 4 other defendants were discharged and acquitted as investigations and evidence did not link them to the crime.
The case lasted for just 3.5 months, remaining one of the fastest murder trials to reach judgment. But it remains unclear whether the convicted Abdulrahman Bellow would appeal the judgment, as his lawyers once again declined to speak with the press. Ibrahim Alige, TVC News, Ilorin.
All right, I believe that as much as the family is happy to an extent that they have seen justice being done, like our reporter rightly pointed out, there are chances that the case might be appealed. The sad thing here was that her crime, talking about Hafsoh Lawal, was that she loved him, according to what he said, the criminal said, and unfortunately she died as a result of that relationship that they had. I mean, how do you kill someone you say you love and that you had a relationship with, except love was not in the picture, but for whatever it is, a human, you should have a human heart and a human face. But in your perspective, would you say justice has been done?
Yes, justice has been done. From what I've heard about the case, Abdulrahman Bellow is a psychopath. You know, after killing somebody, you have body parts in your room, obviously for maybe ritual purpose, whatever reasons, you know, but you have body parts of your supposed girlfriend in your room after killing her. That alone is enough for me to say the judgment was fantastic. But for 3.5 months being described as the fastest, maybe we should do something about our jurisprudence or our justice system to speed up justice. 3.5 months. Just imagine the Lawal family. For 3.5 months, they were uncertain of what will happen.
Of course, that's why they heaved a sigh of relief when that sentencing came, because we saw them speaking about it. But then again, does that really heal the wounds? Does that really bring closure to the family, despite loss? Because she cannot return. She's gone. And the manner in which she left is even making it worse. That's right. But from your perspective, Olamide, let's hear you on this.
I think this is very appalling. I'm always sad whether it's here on the desk or whether it's trending now when I have to talk about a young woman dying with her whole life ahead of her. But I will say this, what I find particularly troubling, team, is this notion that a lot of religious figures use their position to lure young women and into death traps. We saw this with Timileyin Ajayi a couple of months ago, earlier this year. And so that juxtaposition of being a religious person and then you killing a young woman, it's very, very troubling. And these people are clearly weaponizing religion. Another thing that I find very interesting is the fact that we have to dismantle these dangerous myths that ritual killings can actually lead to wealth. That is where we need to start from. Why do young people think that actually works? He literally said, and I read in the papers that he said, I needed her hands for this purpose. So young women, I'm addressing you right now, and I will say to you, the onus is on us. We are now armed with the knowledge that we are not safe. Take the proper checks and precautions. Send your location. There's digital protections right now. Send your location, share your location, be very, very safe. I read about something called the death row syndrome, which means that when people are usually sentenced to death in capital punishment, they suffer with severe anxiety, hopelessness, and I hope that is his portion. As he death row
where his lawyers...
And may her soul rest in peace.
Yes. Where his lawyers are perhaps looking to appeal this matter because he has people defending him concerning this. They might want to seek a lesser kind of sentencing for him because that's their work at the end of the day. But she has raised some critical issues. How we need to disabuse our minds, especially the minds of young persons who feel that going the way of ritual killing is the way to go in terms of making wealth, quick money, and not doing the needed work required to make wealth.
First of all, it's really sad, you know, that somebody who was involved in such kind of a heinous crime would have legal backup. You know?
Anyone would get that.
Oh, sure, of course.
I understand the sentiment.
We understand.
Yeah, you can't not have that. But it's sad that is the case. But thankfully, after due process was taken on this matter, evidence was brought to the court, and then the court handed out a sentence or a judgment that he truly deserves. Now, if his lawyers want to go and appeal on that, I'm hoping they would have a counter evidence that would, you know, poke the judgment that was brought, you know, on him earlier. For young men who vie into such means of wealth creation, I wonder how that had become a norm. That is also part of what is fueling Yahoo Plus. You know, they go now beyond just technology fraud to adding some other kind of spiritism into it to enable them succeed. Look, any wealth that you attain, I think it was T.D. Jakes who said that anything that comes very quick, dies very quick as well. He was using the microwave to make an example of that. He said if it cooks too fast, it spoils pretty fast. And so anything that you get from such means, you cannot first of all multiply it, you cannot establish it. It will never stay, because wealth in itself and finance and money also has a spirit behind it.
Absolutely.
And if you get it by a wicked means, you can't establish what is not right. And so let's disabuse ourselves, young people now, of the idea of trying to use somebody's blood or body part to make money. You will never, ever prosper by that.
It's not a curse.
It's not a curse, but you can enjoy for a little while, but trust me, man, you're going to come down with it.
And young women, the fact that they keep hunting us, you must act as if you are prey and protect yourself.
Yeah, it's important that all young women, femicide has been on the rise in recent times. So we ensure that as a young lady, you understand how you need to protect yourself and know who to engage with.
That's right.
And also speak with people who can guide you on how to engage with people. But we hope that at the end of the day, justice is seen to be done